The Galactic Consortium had expected Earth's surrender within days. Their fleet of 27 warships darkened the skies above major human cities, weapons aimed downward in silent threat. The aliens called themselves the Vorn, a species that had conquered 17 worlds across 3 star systems. They stood nearly 8 feet tall with scaled skin that rippled with bioluminescent patterns when they spoke. Captain Marcus Rodriguez sat across the negotiation table from the alien commander. As a decorated Marine with 15 years of service, Rodriguez had been chosen to represent humanity in this first formal meeting. The United Nations Security Council watched via encrypted video feed. "Your weapons are primitive. Your defense is inadequate," Commander Drell said, his translator device converting his clicks and whistles into flat English. "We demand immediate resource access rights to all rare earth minerals and water reserves. Compliance will be rewarded with technological exchange. Resistance will result in targeted elimination of population centers." Rodriguez maintained a neutral expression, "and if we choose to defend ourselves." The alien's skin flashed with pulsing blue lights, their equivalent of laughter. "We analyzed your military capabilities. Your species still fights with kinetic weapons and chemical propellants. Our ships carry antimatter cannons and gravity manipulators." True, Rodriguez nodded. "Though I'm curious, in your conquest of other worlds, did you encounter any species that fought back using unconventional methods?" Drell's head tilted. "Most species recognize inevitable defeat and choose survival. Those who resist are quickly subdued through precision strikes against leadership and infrastructure." Rodriguez leaned forward. "Commander, before we continue these negotiations, I believe there's something you should understand about humans." The conference room fell silent as Rodriguez opened a digital folder on the table. The display projected historical images into the air between them. "This is what we call guerrilla warfare," Rodriguez explained, showing jungle fighters ambushing larger forces. "And this," he continued, "is scorched earth, destroying our own resources rather than letting them fall to invaders." Drell's skin darkened. "Inefficient tactics. Our sensors would detect any organized resistance." "Perhaps," Rodriguez said, "but humans don't always fight in organized ways." He swiped to the next image. "We have concepts you should familiarize yourself with. This is terrorism. This is insurgency. This is sabotage." The alien commander's posture stiffened. "These tactics would only delay the inevitable." "Possibly, but delay is sometimes all we need." Rodriguez brought up another file. "Here's something interesting. We actually have rules about how we fight wars among ourselves. We call them the Geneva Conventions." The alien's translator took a moment to process the concept. "You have restrictions on combat efficiency. We do. Rules against targeting civilians. Rules against certain weapons. Rules against torture." Rodriguez's voice remained professional, clinical even. "The thing is, Commander, these rules only apply when we fight other humans who follow the same rules." Drell's skin rippled with confusion patterns. "Explain." "Throughout our history, whenever we faced existential threats to our very survival as a species, these rules have become flexible." Rodriguez swiped through more historical images. "We've developed biological weapons, chemical weapons, nuclear weapons. We've perfected psychological warfare. We study how to destroy ecosystems. We know how to poison water supplies in ways that wouldn't be detected for generations." The alien commander's translator remained silent for several moments. "The consortium believes you would surrender to save your cities," Rodriguez continued. "But you should know that humans have a long history of burning our own cities rather than letting them fall to invaders. Moscow, Atlanta, countless others." Rodriguez closed the folder. "What I'm trying to explain, Commander, is that the concept of war crimes exists because humans are capable of such actions, not because we're incapable of them." He stood up and walked to the window, gazing up at the alien ships hovering above. "If you force us into total war, there will be no rules, no surrender, no negotiations. 7 billion humans would rather die fighting than live enslaved, and we would ensure that victory would cost you everything." Drell's skin had faded to a pale gray. "Your species would self-terminate rather than accept beneficial subjugation." No, Rodriguez corrected. We would ensure mutual destruction rather than accept any subjugation. There's a difference. He returned to his seat. Now, shall we discuss a different kind of arrangement? Perhaps trade agreements, cultural exchange, scientific collaboration? The alien commander remained silent for nearly a full minute, his skin cycling through various patterns. Finally, he spoke. I must consult with the Consortium Council. Rodriguez nodded. Take all the time you need. We've waited thousands of years to meet other intelligent life. We can wait a bit longer to get the relationship right. 3 days later, the alien fleet repositioned itself into a non-threatening orbital pattern. Commander Drell returned with a new proposal: equal diplomatic relations, regulated trade agreements, and a non-interference pact. As they signed the preliminary accord, Drell's translator conveyed one final observation. In our 17 previous encounters, we have never met a species so determined to survive. Rodriguez smiled. It's not just that we're determined to survive, Commander. We're determined to live free. The human negotiator didn't mention that the images he had shown were mostly from human against human conflicts, or that modern Earth nations genuinely tried to adhere to international laws of warfare. Some things were better left for the aliens to discover during cultural exchange programs, long after their warships had returned home.